Alright guys, welcome back to the round of 64 for the Kings of the Old World qualifying number 3, which was played out last night in my time zone. So, we're here with Lethe on the French in the blue trunks. He's up against Atropiz on Italians in the red trunks. So we're here on Corland, I think the map is. So it's a lot like Ghost Lake from Age of Mythology and Age of Empires 2 and online, where you can't actually build here in the center. But otherwise it's quite a small map with a fairly short rush distance. Both these players have these somewhat safe trading posts behind their base. Particularly this one here, you're never going to be able to build without clearing your opponent's TC. So pineapple pizza, pizza a l'ananas. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I think so. For whatever reason the shadows seem to be bugged. Have a look at this up in the top left of the corner. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? This seems to matter when I'm on max zoom though. So if we zoom to here, not such a problem. So 90 coin treasure there for Atropiz. Or Lethe, or Lethe, I don't know how to pronounce it. Scatting up behind him. There is a lot of things Ardashir does not know how to pronounce. Let's just get that out there. Anyway, we're not... Oh no, we are seeing use of the mod. I've just actually got to switch players for it to activate the first time. So we've got Hunting Dogs and Gangsaw on the way for Atropiz. And he's already got both of his defensive techs for his villagers. I'm going to have to figure out why players are queuing it up before they queue up either Gangsaw or Hunting Dogs. Like, if you got the resources for both eco techs and villager defense techs, and you're not going to get attacked for the next 5 minutes, why in the fuck would you get the defense techs first when the eco techs are going to accrue you more value the earlier they kick in? I just don't understand. You know, these guys, like, they play so advanced with decks, and then they play like absolute speds with their upgrades, even at like top level AoE straight, and I just don't understand it. But it works. Can someone fill me in? Like, man, I come from AoEO where we put the most thought into when we time our eco techs above all else. But that's just us. Although AoE 2 players are a bit the same. Like, you must get your first farm upgrade and your first wood cutting upgrade the moment you take age 2. Or you might as well resign. But anyway. Yeah, it'd be like if in any of the other AoE games you got Loom, or in AoE 4 you got the textiles upgrade, before you're actually being attacked. It's like, well, if I'm not housed and I can afford to spend on eco-techs instead, why am I not doing that? I don't know. It's just something AoE 3 players seem to get away with even at like high level. And meanwhile, they can only ever actually play 2 or 3 different decks in any given matchup, otherwise they just get absolutely flogged by someone else playing a good rush matchup. Good rush deck, sorry, for that matchup. So I just don't get it. Anyway, all that whinging aside about deck optimization v tech optimization, we've got Lethe about to age up Atropiz, aging up slightly later. So Lethe shipped 3 villages and otherwise pretty much just rushing his way to the commerce age. He's got Gangsaw, no Hunting Dogs just yet. He's probably looking at taking it once he gets the gold here. Atropiz aging up to the governor. Already started getting some Lombards down. It's probably a bit greedy trying to get 4 of them down, but at the same time, they cost his architect nothing. So if he can get them out, all the more power to him. And I mean, you can always get both Ephizi and Monte di Pieta, and both of these going to grant you insane value. So Lethe, starting out with Hussar production to begin with, mining a lot, so I think he wants to really just go for a strong Hussar raid, try and crack open his Italian opponent, Atropiz, who for the time being hasn't got any military production. So Lethe even shipping coin behind this. He's got plenty of food here in his base, and he's doing well to make sure the hunts themselves don't really scatter. So for now, he's just getting a whole lot of coin, but Atropiz adding a barracks and a basilica now. So he shipped Ephizi. He's going to add the Lombard. I mean, the basilica, which generates XP, and on top of this, when his Lombards have resources pumped through them, he actually generates XP from that as well. So going all the way up to 5 Lombards, plus the basilica is an insane XP curve here for our Italians player, but he's going to need to be able to defend against the Hussar push now. He's garrisoning right on time there. So the Hussar continuing just to be a pest and force as much villager gathering downtime. Possibly even going to, pick off one of the villagers here. Settlers, sorry. The Hussar now going to have to flee. So these musks, now to clean them up. So we got Lombard wagon going to make a Lombard. Well, we've also got these others on the way. Once the architect gets back to work. Well, the wagon able to build it so much faster than villagers or the architect. He needs to get back to work. Come on, man. Get off your smoke break. It ended 5 minutes ago. So behind this, Lethe has just got the one eco tech. Well, we've got shitloads here for our Italian player Atropiz. He's gone for steel traps, which Italians can actually get in the starting age, I believe, rather than having to wait to get to commerce. What looks like trading posts being added now by Lethe. So let's put a lot of his. Since he's put wood into it, no, he's actually just had them flagged. Because when they are, you can actually just spend 100 food and 100 wood to establish the alliance. Not have to worry about running a villager over or a trading post wagon. Banking up 200 wood, you just, tap it once you've capped it. And Royal Huntsmen. These guys are a skirmisher unit that can only hunt. They can't do any other form of gathering. But they, are both a villager and a skirmisher. And they actually do take up population. Unlike over here, we've got House of Vasa. Their units don't take up pop, while this Habsburg over here. Oldenburg, sorry. The Huntsmen do take up pop, but the Northern Musketeers don't. So, Atropiz for now, just massing up an anti-cav composition. There's a bit of a mix of infantry here for Lethe now, so Northern Musketeers, these guys actually benefit from promotions. I'm not sure how did he ship those? He gets this Acabusiers skirmisher unit. Royal Huntsman Oh, there's an upgrade to give him Royal Musketeers. Got a pair of hunters now as well. Don't know how he's managed to get access to the Northern Musketeers other than maybe an upgrade. Apologies guys, my AoE 3 knowledge is starting to get a bit stretched now with all this new DLC stuff that I haven't really played. Anyway, Atropiz defending on his doorstep. We got Lethe, 29 bills to Atropiz 24, so he's taken a small dent to his eco now. 49 to 33, so Atropiz actually has a much bigger population on paper, but there is these arquebusiers that don't take up any population here. Golden Liberty might be a nice tech to take before too long. While the Huntsman used just like a villager now. Like a Karul, where they, basically are a skirmisher unit. So that's what Karul with upgrades can basically be turned into as well. So Atropiz getting a good amount of XP out of all these Lombards. Got 5 of them. He's deposited his resources, ticking down super quick because he's got so many facilities. He's really able to turn resources into other resources considerably quicker than if he just had the 1 Lombard, I believe. And yeah, on top of that, bonus XP. So another House of Vasa being taken now. House of Oldenburg over here being denied for Lethe. Atropiz holding on to that one for now. This shadows bug is annoying me. I'm going to stay zoomed in just to avoid it. Never mind. Being that zoomed in is irritating me. So Croatian company on the way. Atropiz. Oh, here he sent native treaties, and that's what would have given Lethe access to his age 3 musketeer and age 2. But now he's taken age 3 behind this, all for a bit of a boom. And he's 33 workers to the 27. Atropiz. Just bearing in mind, I think these musks must be considered in that. We'll have a look. I mean, not the musks, the huntsman. Looks now. Falks overextending here. So Atropiz might be able to pick them off with the cravat right now. This will be really handy for him. He's taking an engagement on the musks. So the Falk's going down. Lethe have to try and struggle against a much larger army for the minute. He's streaming in a lot of units though. He does have artillery foundry to keep up his falconet production. Atropiz is fighting down in age. And I think he's down in terms of tech now. Bet upgrades pretty much everything here for Lethe, but Atropiz, scary army ball at the moment. Lethe under 50 pop. Atropiz at 74 and going to his fortress age. Couple of Pavesias being picked off there. Combat. Be a bit of a sacrifice now. Atropiz is Going to be hard to push into, though. He does have the towers, so the Falconets are going to have to choose between focusing them down or focusing down the infantry ball. Atropiz is quite a nice unit, given how tanky they are. They don't take up any population, and they do get promotions. So all these new European Royal House units with their promotion mechanic, it's OP, guys. So hot air balloon being used to reveal Atropiz's base to Lethe. Smart of him to remember to use that. Order of Vasa on cooldown, I think. But if he uses that, he also gets a nice little eco steroid, 25% gather rate and 10% trickle rate. I think it's 15 seconds or something like that. So Atropiz, where does he go from here? He's like I said, he shipped Liquipedia and Monte-di-Pietro to set himself up for a really solid but delayed fortress. Now you can get Genies, Financiers, and ship his own Falconets that he's here in the Fortress Age, but he also needs something to intercept all these Falconets. Doesn't want to leave these structures to ruin. Won't be long before a few more barrages tear that down. The Explorer here, just slowly whittling away at the village. It's not going to get anything terribly quickly. These guys are hopeless against villagers. Realistically, Atropiz could like drag box his villagers around it and then merely attack him down, but it sort of relies on Lethe then not paying attention while he's trying to chip away at your base. Atropiz could look at trying it once he takes the engagement on the Falcs here. Falcs just getting another couple of shots there, which is really rough. A pair of them going to spawn now for Atropiz, so this will allow him to try and zone Lethe in the same fashion at least. $70 XP for 18 is not really the sort of trade you want to be making. Barracks going down now as well. Ooh, one of the Falcs going to get picked off on either side, but another one going down for Atropiz, so Lethe still in a nice spot here, and Atropiz really needs to find some way of initiating a solid fight against his opponent. He's going to run straight for the infantry with the Hussar rather than trying to get on top of the Falconets, which is really quite rough for him now. He's continuing to push forward, but that'll be a bit too little too late because the Falcs have really decimated his back line. Atropiz, a few more Hussar and Pavicia, a few more Musks and Pavicia left, but his Hussar count is gone, and there's still 3 Falcs left, so this will really make short work of the infantry and the structures. Quite difficult for Atropiz to get out of the hole here until he can get this next batch of Hussar. He basically can't engage without them. Order of Vasa being used by Lethe, so that little eco steroid I was talking about, and here again, Lethe still forgot about his Explorer up here, so Atropiz could always just have his villagers pick him off while he's taking this engagement. Let's try and give himself an XP gain. Every little bit counts when you're in this sort of position, and the Hussar stopping to attack one of the infantry instead of beelining the next Falconet. This will be really rough. Atropiz here, Lethe, I think, may have done it with this fighting force. Still got some goons, plenty of these musketeers. GG. Atropiz tapping out. Well played, guys.